Hello everyone, I'm Kavya, currently pursuing my BTech from NIT Kurukshetra in Computer Engineering. This video is an assignment of Big Data Analytics Lab, and this video is to install Apache Hive on Ubuntu so as it could work with Hadoop properly. So currently the website that I'm using here for reference is Phoenix Snap. You can also use this website. And before installing Hive, there is a prerequisite that Hadoop should be properly working on our system. So you should first check if Hadoop is working or not by using the start-all.sh command, and all the daemons of Hadoop should be working properly. So switch to your Hadoop user if you have created. So the command is sudo su and the name of the user that you have created for Hadoop. In my case, it is Hadoop itself. So I'm in my Hadoop user already. So before installing Apache Hive, we need to download the tar file of it. We can download it from the Apache Hive official download page. And the second option is to download it from the wget command, which is wget and the complete path to this tar file. So I'm just copying and pasting it in the terminal. Since I already have this file downloaded in my system, so I need not download it. So I'm just stopping it here and you just completely download it. Since the file is a tar file, we need to untar the file. So by using this command tar xzf and the name of the file, which is the tar file, I'm just copying it and untarring the file. So paste it in the terminal and just press enter. You need to take care that the name of the path should be complete. This should be the complete file path if you are not in the same directory. But right now we are in the same directory, so I'm just giving the name only. So after that, you can check if it is there or not. You can check the Apache Hive bin folder using ls command. And after that, we need to configure the Hive environment variables using the bash rc. So I'm just editing the bash rc file using sudo nano and .bash rc, which is the name of the file. So nano is the editor here, and give the password for your user here. So this is the bash rc file which stores the environment variables. The things which we need to add here are the variables. First is the Hive home variable, and this is the complete path of the Hive folder that was just created. I'll just show you the Hive folder that is created, and this is the path to the bin folder of this Hive home. So just save it by Control X. We can use to save it. And this is the ls command to check or to list the files and folders. So this is the Apache Hive folder that was just created when we entered the file. So that was a path to this folder itself. Now after updating these bash rc file, we need to source it, that is to apply the current changes to the bash rc file. Since we have updated the bash rc file, so the system should be directed to the current or updated bash rc file. So for that we need to use the source.bash rc command. Okay, so after this we need to configure the hive config.sh file. So by using this command sudo nano and the complete path to this hive config.sh file. So I'm just copying and pasting it in the terminal. So this is a config.hiveconfig.sh file. So we need to add the Hadoop home variable in this. And if you have these all variables in your file, you need not do any change. Otherwise, you have to add these and just save it by Control X. And after creating, by adding these Hadoop home variables, we need to create two Hive directories. The first one is the TMP directory, that is a temporary directory that will store the intermediate results, and then the warehouse directory that will store the Hive related tables. So first create the TMP directory by using this hdfs dfs dash mkdir, that is make directory, and the directory name that is /tmp. So I'm just copying it and pasting in the terminal. hdfs dfs dash mkdir /tmp. This is the command to create the temp directory. So I already have this, so it will show file exist, and after creating the directory we need to add the permissions to it. So we are adding here write and execute permissions for this directory, and after adding the permissions we can check if these permissions are added correctly or not by using the list command hdfs dfs dash ls, and this is the root folder where we are checking the permissions. So it will list all the files and folders in this root directory and the corresponding permissions to these files and folders. So after creating the tmp directory we need to create the warehouse directory. So I'm just using the command hdfs dfs dash mkdir dash p and the complete path to this directory. So using the same mkdir command we are creating this warehouse directory. And after creating the directory we need to again give the permissions that are write and execute permissions to this directory also. So by using chmod command we are giving the permissions to this directory, and again we can check if the permissions are correctly added or not by using this dash ls command and the paths of the folder where we are checking. So it will show the warehouse directory and its permissions. Now after doing this we need to configure the hive site.xml file. This is an optional choice. We need not do this every time. If you don't want, you can skip it. So first change the directory to conf by using cd command, and we can now ls here. So this is the hive default.xml.template file, which is the main file we need to change. But to avoid any error in this, we are copying the content of this file to hive site.xml file. So we are creating this hive site.xml file. It is not by default present in the system. So I already have this, so you can just copy it by using cp command, cp and the source file and then the destination file, which is hive site.xml. So I'll just open the file by using this command sudo nano hive site.xml. So copying and pasting it in the terminals. This is the hive site.xml file which was copied from there. So the only thing that we need to check in this one is the location of default database for the warehouse, which is the directory we just created. So we are checking it by using the command, by using the keys control W and typing warehouse dot dir, which is some keyword that can check it, and press enter. Here we go. This is the path of the warehouse directory that we created just now, and this is the location of default database. So after that we need to initiate the Derby database. Derby is the default database in Hive, but before that we need to check some things like Java version, which might give you error. So by using this command ls and the complete path of this library folder, we can check the Java version in this particular Hive version. So checking the Java version, if it is 19 we need to remove it and we need to add the 27th version of it. So I'm having the 19th version, so I need to remove it by using the command rm. So this is the command rm and the complete path to this 19th version jar file. So I'm just removing it by copying and pasting it this in the terminal. So just checking if it is removed or not, Java version. So I'm only having the 27th version of it. the 19th version is removed. 27th version we need, so you just copy it from this command by using cp, that is copy, and this is the source file where it is present, and we need to copy it to this library folder. So use this command to copy this 27th version of this Java version. After that, we need to use this command to initiate the schema tool and the Derby database. So I'm just copying it. Derby is the default database in Hive. So copy and paste this command in the terminal. So this is the command to initiate the schema and the Derby database. So I already have this initiated in my system, so I'm not doing this. You just initiate the Derby database and you will see something like initialization script completed and the schema tool completed. So the schema is initiated here, and after that we need to just use the hive command to initiate and start the hive shell. So I'm just using the command hive, and make sure that the directory is conf where you are starting the hive. So I'm just using the hive command here to open the shell. So it will start the hive shell where we can write all the commands. It will just take some time. So this is giving the hive session ID here, which is present here, and it will take some time to start the hive shell. So here we go. This is the hive shell where we can write all the commands of hive. So I'm just showing the basic command show databases here. It is showing OK. And after that, these are the databases that are present in my database in my hive currently. And default is the default database in hive, which is always present in hive even if we do not create any database in hive by ourselves. So that's it for hive. Thank you.